Well, that was one heck of a run. Rounding out the night, we have got ProPiece coming up with a game I've literally never heard of, but I'm interested in watching to see what it's all about. Yohane the Parhelion, Blaze in the DeepBlue. Somebody cringed about my pronunciation, I'm sure. All character quests. So tell us a bit about this game and what you're going to do here.
Yeah, it's Yohane the Parhelion, by the way. I just want everybody to know that.
Yes, thank you.
Alright, so this game came out last year. We'll just start and then there's a cutscenes we could talk about it. So it's 3, 2, 1, go. So this was made by Intercreates. It's based on a show of the same name, where which is also a spin-off in its own right, and then which was also a there's a lot of lore to this. It was also like this project was a April Fool's joke at first, but then it garnered enough traction to become a real thing, and then it got its own show, then got a video game, then got another video game, which came out in February. But this one's the better of the two. Alright, so the first thing, it's a usual Intercreates platformer game. It's pretty simple compared to the other ones, but it's featuring all the characters from the show. I'm gonna break all these pots just to get extra money and items and stuff. Oh. I looked down for 2 seconds and then the enemy died in one hit. So there's, I guess I should talk about the white bar is the life bar, and then the green bar there is for, it's kind of like a magic meter. If you ever play like a Game Boy Advance Castlevania game, it's kind of like that, where it's kind of like a, I don't want to say stamina bar, but it's in that light. But our first character that we get help from doesn't use it up, but weapons will use different variations of it. And we start with 100 of each of the health and the magic points. Then as we go through each area, I might be in the, yeah. So there's these teleporters which takes us to a random room, but it's not like an RNG room, it just, well, it's random into which room it takes you into, but it doesn't like, you can memorize all of them. I don't want to die, because I'm not paying attention. And the amount of rooms you have to go through is very random. So this is actually extremely bad luck. So now I have to play it safe because I'm taking a lot of hits. Okay, now it's finally over. And at random points there's those save points, which is also kind of like, I'll just keep going back to the GBA Castlevania games where they'll just heal you. But these ones you could teleport from anywhere. So this first boss, I don't know the names of any of the bosses, but one thing is you can juggle the dog and your weapon if you jump. And then you just do this until he's dead, practically. So it was not a very good first stage, but I got unlucky. And we'll be seeing that juggle thing a bit.
So we have had a donation come in from Cheffy, not sure which one.
Yo,
We got-
Cheffy.
Yeah, here we go, ProPiece. Donation of $5 US. Let us know in the chat which incentive you'd like that to go towards. I'm going to real quick drop an incentive link for you, and you can have a look.
Yo, Cheffy. I don't know if you heard me the first time.
Yeah, Cheffy. Okay. Well, thank you, Cheffy, for the donation.
So we don't necessarily need to take that save point, but since they heal us, I'm gonna do that just in case. Just because if I had taken that hit without the save point, I probably would have died. So I'm just gonna play it safe. No, I'm supposed to go this way. Alright, so the grotto is kind of like the main hub of everything, where we'll be coming back to it a lot to get to a bunch of different areas. I think it connects to 3 different areas. And this save point we'll actually need, because we'll need to come back later. But our initial objective is just to get into a different area of... we don't need to collect anything here. And there is a there's a trick where you can, like, I don't know how to do it. You like kind of like alternate slide and attack, and you can just slide forever. I never got it, and then I just stopped trying. All right, so now we are in the ruins. Ouch. Okay, so this will be our first sort of trick. So there's gonna be a charm here, which we grab. I'm gonna be way too low. Maybe. Okay, never mind. So that's like the only like early item trick you get, and then for safety I'm just gonna go and get this save point, because I used a lot of I discovered while practicing earlier today, I don't know if it was an updated to the game, but the you get a lot less height or horizontal movement when doing this. I'm gonna take a hit. So in the show, Chica gets this sort of a canon thing. She's like a superhero or whatever. I never actually finished the show. But all of their abilities are kind of based on what they are in the show. So I can't explain the lore that way. Oh boy. Okay, that's fine. Oh my god. I can't remember where to go in certain things. Okay, I go down. I just did this and I already forgot some things. Alright, so those purple clouds are poison. Poison's like the worst status in this game. You can slide under them, but just don't get hit by it. Oh. I might take a hit. So after the first boss, we saw that. Is there a save here? Okay, I'm just gonna take it just in case. It only takes like a second. Actually, I needed to anyway because there's something I have to grab later. I guess I'll stand here and attack because I forgot what cycle I was on. But this boss has 3 different, well, it's the exact same fight. But you just have to do it 3 times for some reason. I'm not going to argue with the game, but it is... I guess it kind of makes sense because he's burrowing back down. But it's a pretty easy fight once you get it. Once you get it down. This is probably the easiest part of the early game. So this area is where that slide chaining is actually really important if you know how to do it. Because you can just slide into the first boulder and kind of... You can skip this last one. There's a... But I don't know how to do that, as I said before. Back to another portal. Oops. You can't slide on those platforms because they force you down. So this one's actually a room I haven't seen before, but luckily you just go up with the platform. I'm intentionally getting some pots because I do need money for items in the game. And then I think some pots are programmed to only give money, or like a very high percentage of them. And I don't remember exactly how much money I might want. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. So unfortunately, since this boss is exactly the same, there's not really much to talk about. And I was on the wrong item again. Alright, whatever. So now that's the end of Ruins. So now we get Cannon? I don't know how to actually pronounce her name, because I am not a linguist. We'll just take this again. But she has a, in the show, she has a, and in the game, I guess, she has a robot. And that's all I know about it. And in the game, he will crush down like that. It's pretty, it does a good amount of damage. But it takes a lot of your magic points away. Okay, this guy I'm gonna be safe around because he lowers your attack if you take damage from him. So I'm just gonna avoid that. And I don't really want to take damage here. Past that without taking damage. So these little red brain guys, they're really annoying because they fly away as soon as you hit them. Luckily, that one and the ones upcoming, we don't mess with them. We try our best not to. These I'm gonna try and time my doing that just so I can not take any unintentional damage. Okay, this is not an awful start. Okay, never mind, I took damage because I forgot the range of their shots. But this is a really scary part. Right after I said he does good damage, he doesn't kill the enemy. But yeah. But in the intro stage we saw, I picked up a something called a musical score, which will if I happen to die, I'll get revived, and with I will, I completely lost my train of thought there. I'll get revived, and then for a certain amount of time I'll be able to just... Every hit I deal will be a critical hit, but luckily I didn't die, so I will not be wasting that here. So, and then those big claw enemies are really annoying, but you don't actually get to you don't see them too much, and they don't actually bother you. Okay. I killed those guys hoping for a Great Axe fragment, which is a material for a weapon we need later, but luckily, like, it only wastes time because we can grind for some later in the place that we actually need it. I guess I should. I'll explain that this those materials I grab that I get instead of money from chests or pots or rocks, they're all consumables for different weapons, armor, and every armor has a different effect. Alright, I want my mini-map. So now that we have the double jump, I have to figure out where I'm going. Yes, that was the double jump, so now the Sea Deity's Charm allows us to go underwater with no issue, and then we also have double jump. If I had missed the Sea Deity's Charm early somehow, I would have just grabbed double jump normally, and then went back and did it as intended. So this area, some of these rooms can get a little frightening. But if I just get lucky with my damage rolls, then it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, well that was pretty quick, so... I went to the wrong side. I do that every time. This is a very authentic experience with how I play. So there is a save point over there. I guess I'll use it because I forgot what I was doing. My health was actually pretty good. But then I just completely blanked and forgot what I was supposed to use there. Okay. I can't play it safe when I'm dealing no damage, but that's the luck of the draw, I guess. So I'm just gonna wait, like I usually do. Whoops. Right, luckily, if you're at full health, it's not too bad. Alright, first thing we want to do, luckily we have the ruby ring, so we can equip that. Then we want to go back to the parlor. Yohane sees. So then these cutscenes will play, talking about each character. We are required to do that because the 4 is fine. Because to unlock, so for all character quests, they have secondary abilities which we collect throughout the field, I guess. Which we require to talk to them for that to happen. So what I bought was a offense talisman, which will increase our offensive power. And then we just sit here and take a hit. And then quality health potions, there's 3 different tiers. Uh-oh. So the quality will increase 50% of our total HP. And then there's the regular potion will be 30%. And then there's another one which doesn't happen until we get all 8 other characters, which will heal 100%. That was a very good fight as well. I think I lost my offensive talisman a little early, but that was a fine enough fight. I only need to use 1 potion. Wait, I forgot to press start there. Now we get Daya, which her ability is a sword. Her first ability, at least. Oops. Ouch. Now I gotta be a bit careful. Yeah. And then you can also combo her sword. So I was gonna heal anyway, so there's a little... It'll stop your gameplay if you turn on the lights. So if you're gonna use the save point anyway, then you could just exit the room. And this, I'm gonna play it a bit safe, because those little droplets will freeze you. So you don't want that to happen. Okay, so this guy I'm gonna wait to see what he does. Okay, so his spike ball will lower your defense and deal a lot of damage. So I'm just going to be a bit more careful with them. Alright, so that item... Let's go this way. That item gave us another equipment slot, so once we get there, we can get a third equipment. Now the RNG Fest starts, where we need 3. I think we need 3 still. Let me just go to weapons. I don't even remember what it's called. Okay, well, we need 3 Great Axe Fragments. I just wasted like 15 seconds. And we don't have one, so maybe that's why it's not popping up. But... So this might take a while if the game's not going to give me anything. Okay, well there's one. The good news is, though, we can get a little bit extra money if they're not going to give us great X fragments. There's two. So this doesn't normally happen. Usually you get them, like, you get one in Volcano and then you might have to reset like once or twice. You don't usually have to reset about 5 different times. Or 6. Or 7 or however many I'm on. This is actually really bad luck. There we go. Please get them before I go insane. Alright. So we survived the first RNG. Okay, those snowballs will also freeze you, which is why I'm taking a little bit safe. And that statue thing is what's spawning the seahorses. They're annoying, but... Okay, I guessed right. So that's a 50-50 on whatever... Alright, so... So our 50-50 just turned into 100% because we got both rooms back to back. I've never had that happen before where we get both rooms back to back like that. But at least if you get one right, you know what the other one is, because you can't get both. Alright, so first I'm gonna check. I have 0 tide lights, alright, so I've just got extremely unlucky. So we're creating the Buster Sword, which is kind of a needed weapon. We need 3 Great X Fragments and 5 Tide Lights. Tide Lights are only in, like, they're rare in the Volcano, and then they're rare in these pots here, so normally, if you're kind of lucky, you get 2 or 3 before you even get to this save point. And I started with 0, so we're gonna have to grind for 5. Okay, well there's 3, so hopefully I'm not jinxing it, but... That's the cost of wanting good weapons, I guess. You have to get lucky. Oh boy. Again, the good news is we have a lot of extra money, probably. Alright, there's our 5th time light, so that wasn't that was about standard, but then we also got like really unlucky at the start. Alright, so I'm gonna get the fluffy coat, I guess, just to get a 3rd thing, and then we equip the Buster Sword. And then the Buster Sword is a big swinging sword, which we'll see in a bit. And then This item lets her climb on walls and then jump off walls and all that. Oh, I do want to go this way. So my defense falling isn't very good because then those guys can hurt. Good double kill there. There's gonna be another great axe guy here, so I'll just jump over him. So, I think better runners will just damage boost through these things, but I was at near full health and just wanted to play it safe. Alright, so this boss, it's got a big scythe. Whoops. I wanted to wait for this one to spawn, because this phase is where you really want to deal damage. Because you can only kill them on that phase. Uh-oh. Okay, that was lucky. Oh, don't quit. Don't quit the game. I just wanted to heal, because I had to go to a third phase. You can get them in 2 cycles. I got them on an early third, so that's not awful. Okay, so with Hanamaru, she spins like that, and then she can do damage, or and she can also kill spikes, which is actually really good. But unfortunately, we don't see too many spikes in this game, so it's all a wash, kinda. So the Sea of Trees, we're only here to get to this a save point, and then we have to do other things. Uh-oh. Just kidding. Alright, so now that we're here, we have to go back to the parlor to unlock an item. Because for some reason when we get secondary abilities, we have to go back. So the first one we have actual access to that within the route is a whoops. It's a laptop which will deal massive damage and explode. Okay, they died anyway. So the joke is she's not good with computers, so that's why it explodes, I guess.
Yohane,
now we go back to the volcano. Y'all got laptops. So when I first started playing this game, for some reason in my stupid head, I thought this, like, you had to do the entirety of this first. Even though, like, you can do anything logically. Well, most things, actually. But I thought you had to do this first, and this... And this boss coming up is actually really tough. Only 40 damage, are you joking? Well, without the strategy, it's tough, but... With the, yeah. With this laptop, it does a lot of damage. So it's a big, fire thing, lizard? No, it's not a lizard. It's definitely not a lizard. So he has a couple of phases where he'll, uh-oh. Just don't die. That's the #1 priority here. Alright, so we actually skipped a couple phases where there'll be one where he kind of sits at the... he might still do it. Yeah, he does this. And then, yeah, he'll sit there and spit fire. For the longest time, because, again, I'm an idiot, I thought you had to, like... I didn't know you could duck under the fireballs. But luckily I got that straightened out pretty quickly, and you could just do that. That was actually a pretty solid fight, all things considered. So now that we have Rico, she can spawn fire, because she's some sort of wizard or something. I don't even know what she is. But now we continue on our progression journey. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm just gonna wait for the poison. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're actually required to get the, there's a book you can get her, which lets her, you'll see it later, which will let her shoot fire through walls and stuff. I'm not sure if that's required, because it seems kind of weird that you'd be allowed to, kind of just slide under something and shoot fire like I just did. But it works, so I'm not complaining. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh. I don't know why I just stood there instead of sliding, but now we get to see the full capability of poison. And first of all, that enemy is really annoying, and it deals like a lot of damage and lowers your attack or something. I don't actually remember exactly what happened. Play it safe with those. Okay, my poison actually got away pretty easily. I was at a good amount of health when I got hit by the poison though. I'm about to get hit by another poison, I guess. Never mind. Oh boy. Okay, well I activated them, so... I guess I'm going this way, which I was actually really good health, so that was actually much faster. Okay, so here... I'm actually going to go back to the grotto to get the fire book. Because since it's all character quests, we're getting all of them, so I'm just doing this now while I have everything. Oops. Oh, I didn't see it. Why do you require to go back to the... Okay, well we have her suit, which it'll spawn a motorcycle and deal a lot of damage. So we get to see this part of the grotto again, because I'm stupid. And forgot the exact thing I was complaining about, like 2 minutes ago. There's her spell book. I'm not going to go back and redeem it yet because we don't really require it. I don't remember where I was though. Okay, now we're back on track. And hopefully I stop making mistakes. At least mental mistakes. I gotta get out of the way of that guy. That guy with the big spear thing is very dangerous. He does like 500 damage if he actually hits you with his... He'll thrust it and it does a lot of damage. And you don't want to be at the back end of that. Oops. Forgot we actually have to go into the room a bit. So actually, when we're out of magic points, I never explained that it takes from your health, but you don't die if you reach 0, so you can keep using it if you reach 1 health, but there's no actual reason to do that, unfortunately. Or there's never a need that comes up in the run, I guess, I should say. Going to get this. So her ability is the cannon that just shot us. And we're going to make a lot of use of that, actually. This we're going to break the pots, though, because... Okay, let's see if I can get this. Awesome. So this mask, it's for Chica's weapon. It does nothing in regards to the speedrun. We just grab it because it's part of the arbitrary category that I invented. But what we're truly here for is there's a up here. There's the final equipment slot. And since we got the this, we can get the motivational headband, which is very good on the health department, and it makes it so you don't lose guts, it's called, where you if you're climbing the walls, you have a guts meter usually, but this time it doesn't affect it. So this time, instead of going under the water, we're gonna go up. I completely forgot when I was actually supposed to do that, so oh well. Yeah, guts means you can climb walls, so if you don't have guts, you can't climb walls. That's the gimmick. Alright, so now that we actually got a pretty quick teleporter room. So normally you're supposed to use Dia to go to activate those platforms, but you don't actually have to. Now we get to the Coral Hill, which is the second last area. Actually third last, but second last where you can get a character and all that. I accidentally did that perfectly. Alright, so this one we're supposed to get another. This one's required for like any run. So we kind of want to be like slightly above the hole. And it's really annoying. That one was too far up. That one was too far up. That was too low. Yeah, this one, it comes and goes for me with how to do it. Oh boy. There, geez, I got like third try in my practice, but obviously practice never translates to an actual run. So we're just getting through this. There's not really terribly much to talk about until we get to the boss, I guess. Dang it. Okay, this one, don't get fooled by this one, because if you try and use the cannon over that to skip them, you get you go all the way across. Alright, so what we just got there, where those lines there, she kind of like, canonically she gets like depressed, I guess, and you can't summon any friends with it. And it's called a solitude. There's an item you can get to prevent that. I'm not gonna try for it until later. Alright. So you just saw the, yeah, she will need facial reconstruction with how hard she's hitting the wall with those. Now I completely forgot what I was talking about, actually. Oh well. So the crystalline grotto is our final area. Dang it. I try to do a small jump there, because if you do a small enough jump, the you won't take a hit and interrupt your cannon, but that's fine. Yeah, that's what happens when you get an unlucky damage roll. Alright. So this one, we kind of want to sit here. So that's the ideal thing. I don't know if it's random or not, but the ideal thing is you go through it like that, and then you can just spawn the fire. But I don't get through there much with that strategy, so I forget what to do sometimes. But yeah, that's what you do if you actually get it. So if you remember Crystal Snail from Mega Man X2, this is kind of what it's like. Or it's kind of like this. Because Mega Man X2 came out a lot of years before this.
Don't have a good seg for it, but we have had a donation come in. Thanks to Pennell donating $55. Thanks for having us on the stream earlier, even if Timmy G won. Cheers. Host can put this to the incentive of their choice. Alright. Putting me on the spot here. Let me have a look at the incentives. Okay, whip only. Castlevania, day 7. And thank you for the donation, Pennell.
So I think sometimes that's a real chest there. It'll, sometimes that'll happen. Ow. Yeah, if you get crushed there, that'll happen. Here it's not a big deal because you'll just have to go down the slope again. And if you get crushed, it'll remember where it won't make you do it again. Took a hit anyway. I'm trying to be safe, and I took a hit still. Oh well. So we actually do need that save point. It's not only just for safety. Because there is an item we need there later. But our first order of business is just going to the boss. Uh-oh. Unlucky damage rolls again. I think those things have like 90 health, so if you do anything, if you do 80, then you're just extremely unlucky. This is our final crystal thing of... I don't know what to call it, but this is the final one to dodge. It's not that difficult. Okay. Save here. Then we have to... I think you can kind of get past it, but it's just easier. I think a little bit quicker to get through it that way. Stand on this platform to do it. So this boss's gimmick is just teleporting and doing a bunch of different attacks. And then they do the same thing every time. There's no real luck to this boss. It's just killing it as fast as possible. Which, almost all the time, it's on this cycle. Oh. Okay. That was kind of bad, but... But we got through it, and we got Mario, our last character here. So this unlocks the final area, but we have some cleanup to do, unfortunately. Well, maybe it's fortunately, because I'm the one who submitted this category. So those two items are the 100% items. It'll heal 100% of your health or magic points, but we won't worry about that till later. So now we have to go back here. So this is kind of a run-through thing where you need a certain character to get another character's item. So this is Ruby's item. I don't know what her normal ability is because you don't use her at all. Because she's extraordinarily useless. But, except for this one, where you have to use her special ability, as far as I know at least, to go grab the other one. Went the wrong way. So we just have to go down some areas. So this one we have to be careful. There's those fish will give you solitude. You don't want that because we need an... Spawn that one, then we just grab the Mari's pet things. And then it gives us her ability is a time freeze, which is actually kind of useful. We'll see it later. And then we take that into the shipwreck. We're back into the shipwreck. Actually, I think I have the fluffy coat on, so I don't need to worry about getting frozen. No. Yeah. But those platforms disintegrate under you, so it's still really annoying. Whoops. We have to stand here, not do that. We have to actually activate her time freeze. And then we grab the bag, which for some reason unlocks a cannon, or a cannon upgrade. which we actually, I could have saved time by grabbing the last one without doing that, but whatever. And now we go back to this save, and we can, now we have to go grab the final item, which, this one's just so out of the way that I'm just grabbing it last, because it's, kind of useless, and, it's useless in terms of the speed we used. So I'm just grabbing it last. But luckily, because of the cannon, we don't have to stand there and jump and do everything. And now we have all the upgrades. Do I want healing? Yeah, I probably do. I'll just stick with 9. Oh, why am I being so slow? So now we head to the final area, the Infernal Altar. Alright, so we're gonna break as many chests as possible because there is an item we grab, the Ripple Shell, which combines with a couple of other items to, okay, there's one of them. What am I looking for? Please remind me. What am I looking for? So we need 2 Orichalcums. We already have one of them, which is pretty good. Then we're gonna save here just in case. But I don't actually remember what the item does, so I'll explain it when I get there. Okay, we got both. We're set. As set can be. While I'm here, I'm gonna see if I can make a bell earring. Okay, I'm gonna make the hot-blooded bell first, and then I'll make the earring, just in case I accidentally, So the bell earring is important because it prevents solitude, and it also helps that I don't need to buy an item to heal that, specifically. Ouch. It's fine. So I'm not sure if this will get below 120, but since it's the last run, I guess it doesn't matter terribly much. But I did have to grind for about 5 minutes. I don't know why I did that. Alright, So since we have the fluffy coat, actually, we can slide. Okay, never mind. Okay, we skipped it anyway. I saved face by doing that. But what I wanted to do was bounce off of it because you still, well, it's 0 damage, but you still take knockback from it. And I wanted to, I'm going to equip the bell earring now. Just because this black smoke here will give you solitude, and you don't want that. So it's just a safeguard against it. I mean, that always happens. Since we have the bell, it's destroyed anyway. Alright, so even the final area isn't immune to this. I don't remember. Alright, that was very quick. So now we take... Okay, I couldn't use my sword for that. Alright. So now we start the grind, because just for safety, I need around 40,000 yen, just so I can get enough healing items and stuff. I guess I'll equip the, yeah, so the hot-blooded bell, it's a glass cannon item, and it'll give you, it'll let you deal double damage, but you also receive double damage. You might think to yourself, why don't you unequip the bell earring if you need that much health? Well, I could do that, but Solitude gets rid of it. Gets rid of your key power. And also, like, I'm going to be grinding for healing potions anyway. Still have only 30,000. Yeah, this grind kind of sucks. But it's for the safety of the marathon, so I don't die 30,000 times. Go to 40,000 just in case. But I mentioned earlier that there were pots that guaranteed money. I'm pretty sure, like... Yeah, I already have that location unlocked. Those are, like, one of, like, 5 pots that probably guarantee money. I'm gonna buy 3. I'm gonna buy my healing first. So I'm already at 9, so I can actually just... 8, talisman. Then fine.
出発よそろヨハネ降臨
Is there anything else that, like, you might want? Yeah, I'll just... I didn't buy any of the potions for it, so... Yeah, that's the power of the hot-blooded bell, is that this fight is actually, like... That fight's actually very tough, if you don't know what you're doing. Oops. So now we're thinking, oh, game over, right? No. Because for some reason... The game designers decided, let's throw in a boss rush. So now we have a boss rush. For some reason. And it's out of order as well. I just wanted to point that out. Now, I don't know if this is, like, intended order. Which I don't think so, because that's the shipwreck boss, I'm pretty sure. So it's not intended order. Okay, that's fine. So I actually might go above 120 here. But, oh well. I'm actually gonna wait for him to go to his first attack phase. So all of the bosses are minus the first, like, two? Or not the first two, but, like, well, yeah, the first two we fought are exactly the same. Who am I looking for? So there's not really much to commentate about. Other than, I guess, this one and the first boss, there's not really much to say because it's the exact same fight. Uh-oh. That was a little scary, but we got out of it. That boss is kind of scary, though. He does a lot of damage, especially if you're taking double damage. I'll just do this again. I did it again. I gotta stop doing that. Okay, so now I'm gonna use this. Already have it equipped. That's the boss rush. It was literally the exact same thing. Alright, so this is the actual final boss. I'm actually going to wait for his mouth to open so I can maximize it. We're waiting for that, and then this is where the time freeze comes in. And luckily from the pause menu I can do this. And then that's the first phase. Now we go to the second phase. Immediately. I'm just gonna do this, just in case. Go back to Dia. And time's coming up, by the way. And time. I didn't think it was that fast. I forgot how fast that fight was when you do it correctly. Alright, that's that.
So what I'm hearing is fish for dinner.
I guess so. So yeah, that's this game. This game's fun. I mean, it's really simple, but you know, it's fun to speedrun.
Yeah, it looked fun. I've literally never heard of this game before, but I think it's pretty cool.
And then thanks Strizer for hosting this and allowing me in another Game Over Cancer. Because they keep letting me do things, so I'll keep doing them.
Yeah,
And,
thank you for bringing your skills and knowledge to the table here.
I also apologize, this song might be copyrighted, I don't know. I was probably one of the 5 people stupid enough to buy the premium edition, so I guess I'm forced to speedrun this game. So yeah, thanks Strizer again for continuously hosting this and letting me in. And maybe the other game that was created for this show was like a, I don't remember how it's described. It's like you get cards and attack with them. It's like, I don't know, Hearthstone. I don't know what that is either, but alright, I'm just rambling here, so whenever
No, that is perfectly fine. So thanks. That has been a fantastic day of gaming, and we've still got a few more of those ahead. So look forward to day 5 when we resume same start time, and it's gonna be another great lineup.